I think that's the vehicle. I'm not 100%, but I think it is. Let's see. Yeah, that's it.
Away from us.
Yeah, it's going southbound away from the freeway. about 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock.
Oh, I got him.
Still considered Carson, and just so you know, we are live streaming.
Copy, Joe. Thank you. Well, good afternoon, everybody. This is Gil Levis in News Chopper 4 along with my pilot, Mike Case. We're looking at a police chase. The LAPD Harbor Division is in pursuit. This is in the Carson area. You can see LAPD airship overhead tracking that vehicle in the center of your screen right behind those homes there. This is, we understand, a stolen vehicle suspect. This pursuit has been going on now for the last 15 minutes or so. LAPD units are close behind, but they are in tracking mode right now, and the vehicle is not in direct contact with a unit that's directly behind or anything like that, but they are in very close proximity. Look at this. He's going on the wrong side of the road now. He has traffic ahead of him, and now he's got oncoming traffic. And those lanes there, well, look at him. He's going to weave his way in and out of traffic. Very dangerous situation here. A lot of cars on the road right now in the Carson area, and he makes that left sweeping turn southbound. We'll try to get you a street here in just a second, but you can see a very dangerous pursuit that's continuing to go on here. Again, a stolen vehicle suspect. We see, looks like they have a passenger on board. He's southbound now on the major. You got eyes on it, Mike?
Yes.
Okay.
Going up to the school.
Try to get a closer look at the driver and the passenger. It looks like a passenger with a red hat. There's the helicopter overhead. Red hat passenger, looks like a white shirt. Possibly, it's hard to tell, but it looks like a male. And now making a westbound turn. Are we alone, Mike?
11-2. Where'd he go?
He's behind us, 3 o'clock at a stoplight.
Got it.
Nope, he's going to Maine and Dolores. He's going westbound now, continuing. Look at him weaving in and out of the traffic there. Red light. He's going to stop and go through the red light. And now southbound on Maine. Or coming up to another stoplight and through that. Southbound Maine. LAPD in pursuit of this vehicle still. They're in tracking mode. Units, I see about 5 or 6 units in trail of this vehicle going at a high rate of speed now. Southbound Maine. This is still in the Carson area. Coming up to another busy intersection here. Red light comes into the right side of the road there. You can see the units coming in behind him. And then going through that intersection. This is Sepulveda, southbound Maine from Sepulveda. And now should be entering into the Harbor City area, or Wilmington area, I should say. Coming into that intersection, hard on the brakes, right turn against that red light. This is Lomita, westbound Lomita. We understand that these are gang units that are in pursuit of the stolen vehicle. At least two suspects on board this vehicle. Approaching Figueroa on Lomita. Look at this, Mike. He's going to set up for a U-turn, it looks like, or a left turn. And there he goes, left turn into a side street. Right turn. We picked it up in Carson. It's, I believe it was in the near Gardena when we first heard it. Near Gardena. Right turn. Officers right there, right behind him. Thir 30 seconds lead. Thank you. This is Wilmington, Wilmington. This is still Wilmington. Ready to go. Kathy and Adrian, right? Okay, 5 seconds. Oh, look at this, going into a driveway behind a tree. He's well, we're seeing now a very slow speed chase. The driver going right through a parking lot of a park. This is in the Wilmington area. The LAPD has been in pursuit now for about a half hour. You can see this very slow speed chase happening here on near Wilmington Avenue. Or Wilmington Street, Mike, 8 o'clock. We got large trees in the way there, but you can see the row of officers there in this very slow speed chase. Now, again, this started in the area of near Gardena, actually. I heard the Gardena Police Department talking about LAPD being in pursuit. This vehicle traveled down into the Carson area. Carson sheriffs were notified that the vehicle was driving on the wrong side of the road at times, and then he made his way down into the Wilmington area right now. That's where he is, as you see the vehicle being chased by multiple LAPD units. And look at this kid is tracking the vehicle. Oh no, he fell, and the skateboard almost went under one of the PD vehicles. They're not a good thing to do at all, but you can see two suspects in the vehicle, maybe a third one in the back. LAPD airship and myself, I saw maybe someone waving their arm out the window, possibly a third person in the vehicle. Again, this is a stolen vehicle that they're in pursuit of now. It was also in the area of a homicide. When the LAPD units got behind this vehicle, the driver or one of the passengers threw out a weapon of some sort, and now he's eastbound here. We're going to he's coming behind this apartment complex. But again, we're hearing about the LAPD trying to set up a spike strip in this area now that the pursuit has gone so slow, and this is away from Anaheim now, northbound, and staying in the same area. So it hasn't really moved back to where this pursuit started near the Gardena area, but staying close by. I see the passenger waving out to people, possibly flashing gang signs. Again, the gang units, the gang officers initiated this pursuit with the LAPD Harbor Division gang units here. So again, weaving in and out of this neighborhood, and again, this is very dangerous because a lot of kids outside right now, as we saw earlier, a lot of kids on the sidewalks playing, and certainly they can get in the way. But look at this, a car's blocking, it looks like a limousine there, blocking the road, and that limousine's going to get away, kind of slow moving there, blocking the whole street. He's going to pass him now. You can see that LAPD unit behind him. Not sure what that limo's about, maybe a wedding going on, but you can see officers there at every turn. They have this guy, you know, kind of boxed in as he goes through these streets. There's a lot of officers in their vehicles traveling in this area, so we'll see if he tries to get away from this area and move a bit faster, but he's certainly at higher rates of speeds than we did see him about 5 minutes ago. Oh, look at those kids. No, maybe a little taunting from the passenger, waving his hands out the window, but not a whole lot. They just kind of drive by the other officers that are blocking intersections. You know, the officers are giving these guys a lot of leeway, a lot of space to, you know, think about what they're doing and possibly, you know, give up and surrender. But that's not the case so far. We do. Many times they'll go to a neighborhood that they're familiar with, maybe close to their home, jump out and run and try to make it back to their house or a familiar house that they know of, jumping fences and running through neighborhoods, you know, not necessarily stopping in front of their house, but they, you know, they will go. Well, we've seen that happen many times, but we don't know. We're just not sure if these guys are from this area, but certainly it seems like they know the streets. They're circling. There's people waving at them. It's possible that they are from this area. Well, we're still in Wilmington Lagoon, back on Lagoon. So he's been on Lagoon Street multiple times here. So that tells us a lot right now. But, you know, officers taking a lot of caution, giving these guys a lot of space. But the fact that they threw out a weapon earlier on in this pursuit, that's going to, you know, raise the awareness of the officers in this pursuit that you're going to use extra caution because who knows if he has multiple weapons in there. That's a good question. Here's a wider shot for you now. You can see about 5 LAPD units behind the vehicle driving right down the center of the street. So they're aware, they're here, their presence is known to the suspects. The suspects know that they're behind him. They're in a way taunting the officers by circling the same areas. Now that he's back down to slower speeds here, maybe 15 miles an hour, this is a great opportunity for those officers to set up a spike strip, especially since this guy continues to return back to the streets that he was on previously. Yeah, it looked like the driver was going to get out possibly. Look at the people taking selfies or pictures with their cell phones on the side of the street there, adults and children standing there. So a lot of activity down there on the road. The people are coming out of their homes going, what's going on? They're hearing the sirens. They're seeing the slow speed chase here. Here, let's push in and get a good look at the driver here as we are able to do that. It is, really. It's seriously, he's waving. He's maybe flashing a little gang sign there or something to some people, and now he's on I Street from Lagoon, turning westbound into a neighborhood. Exactly. There's a couple more people there. People shouting out to him. There's more on that side of the street on the right. Now he's going to go northbound Neptune from I Street, And you're right, Kathy and Adrian, this is basically a parade through Wilmington. Yeah, certainly here. I mean, this is prime time to do that and set that up. And it's likely that the LAPD units are setting up for that, especially now that he's, basically 10 miles an hour. Yeah, that's true. Very true. So the pit maneuver may not be an option right now because of the amount of people. And certainly, so many people out here that, with cellular phones, we don't know if the driver has or the passenger has a cell phone here. They can be told, hey, there's a spike strip set up here. Don't go this way. So that's the unknown. But you can see how slow this is going now. LAPD airship cutting through the picture there. And the pursuit just continuing on. Southbound. I'm trying to catch the street here. This might be McDonald, southbound McDonald approaching Anaheim now. I thought I thought I saw a third person in the back seat. It was a little hard to tell. Maybe 10 minutes ago, LAPD saw something very similar and mentioned that on the radios. But just a minute ago, I'm also hearing now that the suspect or the passenger may have thrown something out of the window there about a block or two back. So we'll keep an eye on what's going on with that. But look at that, LAPD right there blocking that intersection. White car trying to get out of the way. People all over the streets. People on bikes. You saw that man earlier on a three-wheel bicycle. So a very dangerous situation for sure for the people that are out here on surface streets. Yeah, look at that. Oh, man. So fortunately, not a lot of speed on these major streets, but look at that. He started to turn down there. Officer there with a spike strip. So there's our spike strip right there. He turned down there. He spotted it and said, no way, I'm going to go south. Oh, yeah, for sure. Now look at this. Higher speeds. He saw that spike strip, and he's getting serious about this now going, maybe we should speed it up here. And now he's going south, Neptune at E Street, and now turning eastbound on it's possibly D Street. Southbound now, 3 o'clock. Eastbound. Still in Wilmington now, Avalon, northbound Avalon, and it's at a higher rate of speed. Now this driver learned, hey, I'm going too slow, going down the same streets. They're setting up spike strips. So now I'm going to change it up a little bit on the officers. I'm going to go down some major streets at higher rates of speed. Look at that. He just missed hitting that vehicle there. So again, here he goes right into the turn pocket, and we'll see, expect a turn here. But, you know, going back north, so it looks like he's setting up to go back towards that neighborhood where that spike strip was. This is Anaheim again, so he's repeating Anaheim Street here and going back towards where that spike strip was set up. Right behind him now. It's a little tough for me to tell on my monitor if they have their lights on the top of the car or not. They might still technically be on surveillance mode or tracking mode, I should say. But you're right, Kathy. Look at all the people out here. Just tons and tons of people out here watching what's going on. Look at that. That officer trying to spike strip right there. I don't know if that was successful or not. He looked like he tried to deploy it there, but it's unclear if he actually ran over those spikes or not. The officer pulling it back, probably out of safety for himself, but we'll see if those tires go flat as a result of that. Right turn. Yeah, so now he's northbound Lagoon again. So here we go on Lagoon from Anaheim. Spike strip deployed, but not sure if it was successful. All the people out here in the parade watching this, and the airship overhead at the same time. Look at those kids at the bottom of the screen. There's an adult with two little children there. They have up the driveway there a little bit for protection, it looked like. But look at all the people out here just taking pictures and watching this guy go by multiple times. Wow, it really is crazy, and certainly a dangerous situation. You know, certainly the people on the ground likely don't know what this is all about. You know, but certainly if this is linked, if the suspects are linked to that murder, then that kind of raises the game here. And certainly the fact that he threw out a weapon, that just in itself raises the stakes here in itself. So here, look at that, another spike strip right there. The officer pulled it away from the officer's vehicle. So don't know if he hit that one. It looked like he got around that one, but I'm going to look at that front wheel. It looks a little funny to me. I don't know, that passenger side. It does, okay. Yeah, but there's one right there. So he definitely hit the rear one on that tire. So officers have this guy. Oh, look at this. Oh, now a woman coming out. A guy are chasing after him. Not smart at all. Oh yes, definitely right there, Adrian. You can see that one's affected. It looks like that one's flat. The rear one here on the passenger side should go flat soon. The front one there on the passenger side looks funny to me as well. So 3 of the 4 tires at least appear to be flat or going flat. Yeah. Hopefully it doesn't turn into a standoff. Certainly with all the people around here, that'll make a difficult situation for officers to deal with people in a vehicle that are in. Absolutely, the suspects in this vehicle have an audience, that's for sure. So they're gonna milk this as long as they can. The question is, how long is LAPD going to tolerate this? Are they going to try to bring it to an end with a pit maneuver, or are they just going to hope this guy runs out of gas? Yes. Yes, definitely. I don't know if that's a mother or girlfriend, wife, you know, you don't know, but certainly taking a risk like that, it's got to be someone that knows them quite well. Exactly. So now he's eastbound here. I'll try to get you the street. This might be L Street now. I'm hearing now in my ear the LAPD just confirming that he did go over a spike strip, possibly just now. So we'll see if those tires are run flat tires or if they actually go flat. Certainly confirming that he just ran over one of the spike strips. Westbound Anaheim again, going back towards Lagoon. Likely will turn back up north on Lagoon, but I'm hearing now just a second ago that they're confirming that one of the tires is going flat. So that spike strip was successful. That just happened maybe 30 seconds ago, a minute ago, and we'll see how that affects this driver. There's another one. There it is. The officer throwing it out there in front of him. Don't know if... Yeah, maybe. Southbound Lagoon from Anaheim. So again, on the repetitive streets here, southbound Lagoon from Anaheim. Yeah, there's another one. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how many that's been, at least a half a dozen, right? So far. Coming to a stop, Mike. Driver's coming out. Oh, hands out, yep. This might be it. We got both passenger and driver with their hands out the window. Maybe they're saying enough's enough, our tires are going flat. And this is, again, on Lagoon. It looks like maybe around G Street or E Street. Officers with their guns drawn. Here comes the doors opening. Both suspects, passenger and driver coming out. Driver in the black, passenger in the white. And this parade is over. Good job, guys. LAPD dealing with the passenger now, hands up and making him walk back. They are complying. Don't know if there's that third person in the vehicle or not. So far, 2 out. The driver on the ground right now in black. Passenger in the white. We still in Wilmington. This is on, I believe this is still Lagoon. All right, and now we'll see if anybody else exits the vehicle or not. Officers approaching the vehicle now on the passenger side, looking in the back. It looks like there isn't anybody else in the vehicle, so it's only the 2. Code 4 in the vehicle. That means it's all clear. And now officers are going to approach the two suspects on the ground, take them into custody, and this pursuit ends in Wilmington after quite a slow speed chase and multiple spike strip attempts, bringing the car to a stop. The driver and passenger saying, "That's it, we're going to give it up." And fortunately, this thing comes to a peaceful end. Passenger in custody, driver about to get in cuffs. And now look at this, officers pointing to some people possibly on the streets, their guns drawn, pointed at these people. I don't know what's going on here. Have their guns drawn, look at that.
Oh no, no, no!
We have a suspect running. Oh, this is gonna be close.
To watch more heart-stopping car chases happening across Southern California, subscribe here. Thanks for watching. The Chase is on.